A rich girl meets a poor boy in her first relationship. However, they only spent one night in the park. The girl realized she was pregnant. She wanted to give birth to the baby secretly, to force her father to agree. But when the pregnancy was 9 months old, her father discovered her secret. After a heated argument, the girl ran out of the door sadly, and unfortunately got into a serious car accident. She only just woke up from her coma. The father lied to her that the baby had died in the accident. Layla believed her father's lie, and decided never to see the poor boy again. What she didn't know was that her baby was lying in the nursery. Miraculously, to the sound of the wind chimes, his little hands danced like elves. A generation of musical wizards was born. Unfortunately, he was about to be sent to an orphanage. I thought that was the end of their relationship, but the gears of fate were turning. 10 years had passed. Layla gave up the cello stage in the limelight, and became a music teacher. Louis, a poor boy, became a singer. He sang his heart out to Layla. It wasn't long before Layla's father became terminally ill. Before he died, he told his daughter the truth. Layla was shocked by the sudden news. She didn't want to stay a moment, and began to ask around for news of her child. Meanwhile, Evan became the most famous freak in the orphanage, because he could hear notes that no one else could. He was convinced that this ability was his mother's call to him. In order to be reunited with his parents, he decided to search the big city alone, but it was this reckless decision made his road to reunite with his parents a rocky one. When Layla came to the Children's Service Center, the staff asked him to provide details, then go back and wait for news. But Layla was desperate to find her son. She immediately approached the head of the center, and asked for an exception to her request for information. Layla's pleading eyes touched the man, but when the leader was looking for information, he saw a posting on the wall. With just one glance, Layla was attracted by Evan's photo, and the staff took out the photo, and it happened to confirm that it was her child. But unfortunately, just a few days ago, he disappeared from the orphanage. Evan was walking down a crowded street. Suddenly, he was attracted to a boy singing on the street. Evan stared at the new instrument he was holding. He couldn't help but touch it, but he was told to get lost, so he pulled out the only $10 he had. The boy's attitude changed immediately. When he learned that Irving was homeless, the boy took him to the abandoned assembly hall, where a lot of children who sell their art live. However, Irving decided to join them, because there were favorite instruments here. That night, as everyone slept, Evan crept up to the guitar. He only touched it lightly, and the sound of the guitar was mesmerizing. He couldn't help but clap his hands again. The beautiful melody instantly filled the hall, and the crowd was drawn to it.